Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right in my living room where I do what I do for you until the lab gets some heat. All right, today, writers and 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message is a story for life. I'm giving you life lessons and you tune in to receiving them. I love it. Let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Get to know yourself a little better. Representing the I, spiritually knowing who you are. Okay? Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Holding yourself accountable to do the right thing will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment. That's how it happens, aka know thyself. And that's the question that I ask, and you should be prepared with the answer for yourself. Let's go. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach them. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow and listen to them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my art, be true. Yeah, you got to have balance in your life. Excuse me. A little warm this morning, just like I like it. Nice and hot. All right, here we go. Sipping hot tea is also good for you. I do it every day. Part of the routine. Listen, right thinkers. We all know these kind of people who they want to talk, they want to be heard. But when they're not talking, they don't listen to nothing that's being said. Why? Because they want to do all the talking. So today, right thinkers, let's talk about those people who talk but don't listen. And if this is you, it ain't personal. Just check yourself. That's all. All right? If not, I will. I'm a master teacher, yes, but I'm also a master listener, and that's very important. In order to teach, you have to hear. I can't just don't work that way. Some people say that's all you do is talk. I'm a gracious listener and very intent listener, but a lot of people don't get that part of it. Why? Because they're the one talking. I'm the one listening. That's why I listen to people out of respect. I want it, so I give it. That takes willpower. Trust me, it ain't easy. Some of the stuff I hear y'all talk about is so annoying and I'm so not caring. But respectfully, I have to listen to that. I do a lot of listening. And I don't mind because that's how I learn. I can learn about you by listening to you. I can't learn about you by talking to you. The talking is to enlighten, inspire, motivate, and educate. But the listening part is what I'm doing so that I can do that in return after what? Listening. We talk and we want to be heard. Yeah, everybody want, yeah. But the fine point about talking and having a conversation is when you're talking, the other person listens. But it's time for you to listen when the other person is talking, not for you to think about what you want to say next or how you want to get to your next part of what you got to say because you want to be heard, but you're not listening to the other person. That's disrespectful and disingenuous. Why? Because you're not paying attention to what the other person is saying. That's very disingenuous. As a listener, I do one thing: pay attention to what's being said to me by the person that's supposed to be talking to me. It goes unnoticed a lot. Why? Because I give it. If you do something that really it makes it look easy, yeah. But some of the stuff I got to endure, listen to, I'm really getting annoyed with that. Okay, here you go. If you want to be heard when you talk, do you think the other person want the same when they're talking? That's just being respectful and mindful. The two things you need to do in a conversation: be mindful and respectful. Those are two things that make the conversation flow. You got a lot of people that's conversation hogs. I know a lot of them. A lot of people might say I am, but that's their concept because when I'm talking, I'm only talking after I listen. We all want to be heard, but we don't want to listen. That is a you problem, a personal problem. I'm just bringing it to your attention. Talking is a form of communicating, but so is listening. Do you do that? Just a question. You ask yourself that. This is rhetorical. The talker talks, but when you're not talking, are you a listener? Or you just waiting for them to get finished talking so you can say your piece? Most of us do that unconsciously. So I want you to take note to that. That's all. When I talk, I give information. Why? Because I listen. But instead of listening, you want to be the one talking. If I'm the educator, if I'm the elder, our conversation should be pretty much me listening to what you got to say and reiterating to you what you need to be doing or how you should help out the situation you're involved in. I don't need advice from a young person. I need answers for what they're trying to get done. Yeah, but advice, use it. That's my advice to you. I'm good at listening to others because I give respect, but I don't get it back on a regular basis, which is fine, but that's why I'm bringing it up. Why? I get a little annoyed. That's why. All right? Ignorance and disrespect and disingenuous things really annoy me personally. I don't expect that from the people that I associate with. I don't mind some stranger, but if we could be cool, and I'm not getting the respect, we're not that cool. All right? I'm starting to stop people from talking to me. If I can't talk to them, you shouldn't be talking to me. I'm tired of giving respect and not getting it in return in that concept when it comes to talking. Okay? I'm a good talker, yeah, but I'm a better listener. That's what makes me a good talker because I have to hear before I talk. Yeah, I'm a talker to some, too much, but you never say, I don't listen. I've been called a lot of things. I haven't been called wrong yet. Just saying. Some things you just can't get around. Some things and I'm gonna bring a point. My point is my point. Ain't no getting around it. Just deal with it. Trying to make me wrong ain't gonna happen either. So I talk to give information. Okay. I'm a good listener to others. Whoa. Sorry about that. I'm down here now. Yeah. I'm not into talking for the sake of hearing myself talk. I can think and do that. So, you just like to talk, hear yourself talk. No, that's not me. Okay. I hope you understand that. I listen so that when it's time for me to talk, I want to be heard because I'm going to talk about what you said because I do listen. I need to listen in order to give what? Good, wholesome advice. If I'm not listening, how can I advise you? That's my point. I'm the listener. And once I listen, then I become the talker. If you the talker and all you want to do is talk, but when it's time to listen, you ain't interested, therein lies the problem. It's not mine, it's yours. Work on that within yourself. Excuse me. Okay, next one. Talking is for those who have something to say. I'm a teacher. I'm an educator. When I'm talking to give something that you could use. I do what I do for you. I'm just saying. All right. I being a master teacher, it gives me the right to talk. That's what I put my work in to do. So when I'm talking to somebody, I know what I'm talking about. I only talk when I have something to say that I think you may need or can use. I'm a teacher. Talking is what I do, but I always will listen to you. If what you saying have no meaning, why are you talking to people just saying things that don't have no merit? You can't back it up. You can't substantiate it. Why talk about something that really means and amounts to nothing? I know that because I listen. I talk about what I know. When I listen, I know what you don't know. Last one, I'm about to wrap it up. And again, I appreciate you tuning in. Listening, I listen to talk. I study so that when I do talk, I have something worthwhile to say. My listening skills, excuse me, my teaching style is one where I tell stories with messages in them. That's how I teach. That's how I learn. So that's part of talking. I'm giving a message. I'm trying to give you a message. Then the story, make it, go down a little sweeter. Add some sugar to the medicine. Make it a little sweet for you. Okay. But I listen even if what you're saying is useless and no merit to me, but out of respect, I will give you my ear. And when you get finished talking, I'm going to tell you what you told me is a waste of my time. Not to be disrespectful, but in order for me to know that, I had to listen and endure what I had to. So I'm going to let you know that was really a waste of my time. Okay. If I can't talk about what you said, and I'm going to do that because I listen, and don't get mad and out of pocket with me because of what you're saying, because you don't know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just saying, people like that, and I do too. I'm still interacting with them. Listening is an art form. Also, I have mastered that myself. Why? Because you need to be a good listener if you want to be a good teacher. Taking it home. I'm not a mad reader. I'm just a good listener. Okay? I don't concern myself with what I do. When somebody's talking, I'm going to give you my ear. And I'm just saying in return, I would appreciate the same in return. Okay? Right, thinkers? I ain't talking about you. I know y'all listening, but understand if you want to talk, you should be able and willing to listen. I got some more for you. Stay tuned.